What if I told you there was a player that had 493 home runs, 2,490 hits, career batting average of 284, and 1,550 RBIs, was a five-time All-Star, and led the American League in home runs once and the National League in home runs once. And yet, he's not in the Hall of Fame. Well, who could that be? Only one player, and you're looking at him, the crime dog, Fred McGriff. Never gets any love. Certainly deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. When you talk to people in my circle of friends, they always bring up three players that should be in that aren't: McGriff, Dale Murphy, and Don Mattingly. I talked to a guy a couple of years ago that has a Hall of Fame vote, and I'm not going to reveal his name because I don't have his permission, but he said Don Mattingly will never get in. He only played 11 years. The numbers just aren't there. Dale Murphy, questionable. His last 4 years, he was not good. He just really hurt his reputation, if anything. Then there's the crime dog. He said, I voted for him. He belongs in. For whatever reason, he's not gotten the votes. Matter of fact, at this point, he cannot even be elected to 2022 by the Veterans Committee. Chris Berman gave him the name the Crime Dog. Obviously, it's a play on Mcgriff, the cartoon dog created about crime prevention. Initially, he didn't like it. Initially, he wanted to be called the Fire Dog. Why? Because the day he went to the Atlanta Braves, his first day there after being traded, Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, the press box caught on fire. And Fred McGriff homered in that game that night. The Braves went on an amazing run that year and caught the San Francisco Giants and Barry Bonds and won the division. Fred has a World Series championship with my Atlanta Braves in 1995, one of my favorite teams of all time. As I said, a five-time All-Star, a three-time Silver Slugger Award winner, and twice he led the league in home runs, both leagues, the American League in '89, the National League in 1992. Fred is from Tampa, Florida, and still very active. Matter of fact, to this day, he works in the Braves organization and in the front office. Now, how did Fred McGriff get on the baseball radar of Major League Scouts? Well, they were at Hillsborough High School at a baseball game back in the day, and Hillsborough was playing Jefferson City High School, or Jefferson High School, I should say. This is in the Tampa area. Hillsborough had a pitcher that the scouts really wanted to sign. Every team was after him. Well, Fred McGriff homered off that pitcher that night, first at bat, first pitch he seen. The pitcher was Dwight Gooden. And, of course, we know Doc had a decent career. Could have been a lot better, but substance abuse and other things kind of derailed that. McGriff originally signed with the New York Yankees in the ninth round of the '81 amateur draft. Get this, he received a $20,000 signing bonus, which today that's players wouldn't even, get up and answer the door for that. And he started in their organization, but he ended up playing for 6 teams, most notably for me, the Atlanta Braves. But if you want to know Fred's playing career, was the Blue Jays. Here is rookie card, 86 Donruss here in front of you, 86 to 1990. The Padres 91 to 93. The Braves 93 to 97. Tampa Bay Devil Rays back then 98 to 2001. The Cubs 1 year from '01 to '02. The Dodgers in 2003. And then he retired with the Devil Rays in 2004. Just didn't have his game anymore. He was older at that point. But does this guy belong in the Hall of Fame? Absolutely. If he had hit 500 home runs, it wouldn't even been a question. But he's 7 short. He was trying to get to 500, and age caught up with him. It happens. So in reading about Fred, he's a good guy. He's a family man. Been married to the same woman for many years. He has a daughter and a son, and they are turned out to be, classy adults. And that's what, to me, McGriff personified in the game. He was a great teammate. He was a nice guy. Chipper Jones said last year when the 1995 team got together, earlier this year, actually, before the pandemic, he said if Fred McGriff does not get in the Hall of Fame very soon, it's going to be a very big problem. He's been lobbied for not just by the Braves players, but by many, many other teams he played for. And, in 1994, the strike shortened season, when it happened, McGriff was batting .318 with 34 home runs and was leading the league in RBIs. He won the All-Star Game MVP that year. when he hit the game-tying home run for the National League. So his career was, he did play for a lot of teams, but his career was rock solid. His numbers are rock solid. By the way, this card was a gift sent to me by my friend Andy, nostalgic about baseball. If you're not subscribed to Andy, I would highly recommend it. He's a great guy. He lives in Georgia. We are both diehard Braves fans. I think Andy's in Savannah, if I'm not mistaken. Really good guy. And shows off some really nice stuff. He's got a really good card collection. We both are Braves fans. But Andy sent this to me along with the John Smoltz card I'd asked him about. He didn't have to do that. So thank you, Andy. You deserve the shout out. You are a Class A dude, man. So that's my little thing on Fred Mcgriff today. He belongs in. Now the only way Fred can get in is in 2022 at the earliest via the Veterans Committee. So that's what we have to wait on, or as they call it today, the Today's Game Committee, which is the same thing. So the highest Fred ever received was 39% of the vote, which to me is incredulous. I just don't understand it. But there are things in sports that I'll never understand. So I'm Todd. This series I do is the Sports Card of the Day, even though the channel's under my name. That's what I call the video series. So today is 1986 Donruss Fred Mcgriff. This set was highlighted by Jose Canseco. As we know, that card went sky high back in the day. There's also Andres Galarraga in the set. And I'm sure I'm missing someone else. But a really cool looking design for the time. And this is a card that I do cherish. And it was a gift from Andy, and I appreciate that. So that's what I have for today. This is episode 22 of my Sports Card of the Day video series. Thank you all. I'm trying to get to 75 subscribers by January 1st. I got to pick my content back up. It's going to be tough. If you are subscribed to my channel and know some people that would like what I do, please send them my way. I'm not afraid of asking. I don't have too much pride to ask. I thank you all for your support. Have a wonderful rest of the day.